fly by one. I'm hearing, stop worrying about that shit. Okay? Like, I'm really hearing, stop worrying about that shit. Some of y'all, you finna realize how everything work, and you gonna realize, like, why there be delays. Like, you're gonna realize the difference between experiencing delays because it's part of your karma and experiencing delays because you speak the delay into your life. Stop telling the universe what you don't want. Only tell them what you want, because even when you say you don't want it, it doesn't know the difference. You're still speaking it into your life. It's like, be very mindful of your words and of your actions. As I've been really like going, I know it's a reason I moved the way that I do, because people like to speculate and worry about anything, and I feel like people thinking negative of you sometimes can actually play in your advantage, because while people looking this way, you looking this way, or you working in this direction. But whatever you got on your mind, if it's not something that is conducive to the growth and where you want to move forward, it's like, don't worry about that shit. And I mean that, like, don't worry about that. You're going to realize how much more powerful your thoughts are than what you realize. Like, you really control and alchemize your life. It's like, you want to know why. You want to know why when you feel like you down and people kick you when you down, because sometimes when you be going through shit, it's like you be already in a bad mood, so it's like you start to think negatively. Let me tell you something. When I used to date my ex-boyfriend, he used to always be like, why you look at life like Disney World, or like, why you look at life like, it's so bubbly even when we be going through shit. Because I said, life is delusional. Like, if you tell yourself you good, majority of the time you end up being good. But if I use the time in the space to panic, and that is what the universe is going to reward me with, is panic. Nah, he don't really look that familiar. I have to look at all you niggas around here, because but I be noticing, like, it's like, when you really think things is going to be okay, guess what? Things really do end up being okay. Sometimes you don't realize how you handle super stressful situations is really how, it's like, that is your test. That is your test to see if you are ready for the next phase in life. I've noticed that life ain't never going to change how it hits you. Like, life is gonna keep on moving, things is gonna keep on shaking, things is gonna keep on rocking and rolling. It's just like, you gotta learn how to roll with it. When my life really stopped being stagnant, it's when I stopped focusing on shit that was making me stagnant. But then again, I also feel like someone was trying to make me focus on the fact, like, hey, look at what you're giving your energy to. This is not much of nothing. And it's like a tough lesson on love, but you still end up realizing it. You like, mm, I feel it. You be like, I'm a little hard headed though, and I just feel like energetically, it's like the love got tougher to the point where I was like, all right, I get it. I get it, nigga. I get it. But now that I really been focusing on really like what I want, I've been noticing it's just like, I feel like spirit is like, the more you focus on what you want, the more you yield your life into an existence. Like, keep focusing. Like, keep focusing. What do you want? It's like, because you can't just look at it for a day and think, okay, it's going to come. It's like, you got to keep focusing on that goal. Like, it's like, if you want to get in shape, are you doing what it takes to get in shape? Like, are you getting up and moving your body? Are you changing your diet? Are you going to the gym if you don't have gym money? Are you taking advantage of the resources that you may have around your home? I'm like, you can go outside, you can walk around the block, you could do jumping jacks, you could do crunches, you could do squats, you could do things that don't take equipment at the gym. It's just that equipment is just, it's a little bit more, what am I trying to say? I guess it's just there. Like, I've been looking at myself. I said, everything that I write down to manifest where only my eyes can see it. I notice that's what moves me forward the most. The universe knows no boundaries for real. Like, people can speak on your goals sometimes too, and sometimes you'll be, if you're not as strong and as motivated and dedicated to your dreams and your goals, they can stagnate. So it's like, keep moving forward. I finally got my Etsy back up. I have been very like lenient about telling people that I got my Etsy store back up and running, but I have. And it took me, it's my Etsy been down for 4 years. Like, I just had a lot of negative things that happened, and I'm a little bit nervous about advertising because it just, it's like trying to move forward from the past. Like, trying to move forward from the past, but I can't say I said I'm happy about that. I finally got my Etsy back up and running. um I will be putting new things on there. So it's like, I have my website, but I'm probably going to end up maneuvering and putting more things. Like, I may even start putting like the readings where you could purchase readings on Etsy too. So everything will be there. So I'm very excited about that. So if y'all want to purchase any of my products, you can. My Etsy is Southern Mystic. Like, literally, it's like just Southern Mystic, like how it used to be. I will be releasing new tarot decks. I told y'all I wasn't going to release my tarot decks until I felt like I had a stable avenue in which they would be advertisable. So I have roughly about 6 to 7 like tarot oracle decks that I will probably be releasing within the year. Um I was going to put out the Morning Star tarot deck because it was very much so like the resurrection story coded, but I don't know if I'm going to put it out before then. We shall see. Like, because Easter is April the 4th, so I don't know. We'll see. I may try to get that. I feel like I have a few more cards to get finished, so I'm not going to say, but I have like 2 or 3 other decks that are complete that I probably will be putting out between now and maybe like the beginning of June. So maybe drop a tarot deck a month or oracle deck. I also have a couple new Spirit Baby decks that I will be releasing. I'm just really trying to take my time and get everything formulated in a schedule that makes sense to me, because I feel like I've been doing a lot. Like, there's a lot that I want to do. It's like, yes, I need to slow down, but I don't want to be stagnant. And sometimes within my slow down, I be stagnant. So it's like picking a couple of the things that I want to work on and then move, because I have a lot that I'm doing right now. You know, getting my businesses really back up into par and up into running, focusing still on music, but wanting to, it's like I said, everything that I present this year, I do want it to be better. So I do think I am going to take me some time away just to kind of like recalibrate myself, because I actually can. So like, thankfully, I feel like even with other distractions that try to come into my life, I said, thankfully, God has put me in a place where I can still focus even around the small little distractions here and there, because everything else is pretty like okay right now. Like, I can mentally think. Also, I've been noticing like sometimes when your space is not as up to par and clean, and you keeping it clean on a daily basis, like, it could also fuck with like your vibration and your energy. And I've been noticing, I said, I really have to break my habit of like a little bit of procrastination and laziness, because I feel like that's what I've been suffering with from the most as of late. But I've been getting better. Like, going to the gym helps to shake that too, but I also still got to push myself to go to the gym. right now, it really is me versus me. Like, anything outside of me is a distraction, because anything that I'm doing right now is something that I have created. So even if it's masculine energies, it's like, if I want to allow that into my life right now, whether it's going to be conducive, it's like, if I want to be distracted by that, I will, if that's what I want to do. But it's like, I have to really stick to the goals at hand, my plans at hand. Don't let anything else really get in the way of that. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I said the type of relationship that I really feel like I would rather pursue at this point in time, if I did, like, I really would like someone that is a little bit ambitious. I kind of want somebody that's a little busy. Like, and I mean, like, I know people be like, nobody's ever too busy, but I actually want someone that be doing shit. Like, I kind of don't want nobody that sit there and worry about me all day. Like, I'm not the type of, even though sometimes I may not be doing nothing, I'm not the type of person that's going to sit there and worry about you all day. Like, if you living your life and you doing shit to better yourself, like, that's what I'm going to think about. Like, I am really just not the person to try to make people's space feel overly crowded. Because for one, I am so used to being by my damn self anyway. Like, I told myself, I said, I feel like we as people got to start really being okay with the level of comfortability and what we want out of people in relationships and stuff. A lot of women that I talk to, they be like, yeah, I want men to do this and this. I really want to be in a space to where it's like, I want to do for myself, but I still want my life to be very, like, on the softer end of things. Like, the work that I do for myself is soft. Like, it's not very strenuous. It's not very mentally taxing. It's like, you can really, sometimes you have to work a little hard to get to the level of softness that you want to get to, but don't let people think that your life got to be rough. Sometimes I feel like if your life has to be rough, it's a reflection of somewhere you done went wrong. I feel like if you tell yourself you want your life to be like this, you got to be specific about it. You can have a nice, good working life where, it's not as hard without you having to be on the side of, like, sex work. Because I feel like, honestly and truly, unless you are being like a kept woman or you are in that line of work, most of the people think that there's really, like, no other way to have, like, a softer lifestyle. But I'm like, you can build it yourself. Like, when you run your own business, it depends on what type of business you run. It's just like, you got to really build that shit. And I told myself, I said, I know what I want my shit to look like, but what does it feel like? Because sometimes we can request things, but it doesn't always feel like what we thought. Like, it may look the way that we want it to look, but on the back end, it don't feel the way. Like, I want shit to feel the way it look. Like, I want it to actually be, like, good. Like, if I'm chilling, if you feel like I'm chilling and making money, yes, I'm chilling and making money. And I feel like I want you to be like, what are you doing? It's like, I have put myself in a position to be able to be like that. I will say this. Entrepreneurship is always a way of learning your aspects of freedom. When you work for someone, your time is always limited. The thing that is most valuable out here is time, and you'll realize that you can't be in a bunch of places at once. But once your finances elevate you to a certain space, you will learn how to be able to either put people there that still represent you, or, you don't have to always be in one space. You actually can have time to allow yourself to be in multiple spaces. And that's just where I am. I said, I feel like I have had a lot of people throwing things at me to try to beat me up. And it's just like, I be looking at how shit turn out for other folks. I said, but I done been there, done that for myself as well. I said, everybody goes through their period of ups and downs. And sometimes in your down season, it's good to be prepared. Sometimes you can go through a down and people will never know that you was down because you was prepared. I think that's what a lot of us be missing out on, is being prepared. Because it's like when you're not prepared for when negative shit happen in your life, it makes it a little bit harder. But when you are a little bit prepared, you may not can still be prepared all the way how it make you feel. It may make you feel emotionally, but if there are any like financial attributes to the situation, you probably have yourself covered. And that's just where I want to be. You be like, your girl getting too grown to keep being in very like crisis like situations. People are not going to be as more prone to help you, or sometimes people want to see you go through shit just so they can say you failed. So it's just like, prepare yourself. I said, nothing is more worse than the person who really like, imagine someone be like, you wish the worst in me, but it's like, what you wish for me first though? You be like, I'm never going to wish something for you that you didn't wish back on me the first time. Sometimes it's like, too, when people didn't talk so much shit about you and then your life do start elevating, but it's like, your life, you let your life elevate in the background. You don't let nothing appear up front. You the same. You ain't shopping, you ain't doing none of that. You just moving and grooving and letting life be what it be. I feel like within the past couple of months, I really realized like, you are who you allow yourself to be. Some things are delayed, but they are not denied. And that is something that I had to get comfortable within my space. Like, I've really been having to learn how to control, like, how I respond to shit that is meant to put me in a space to feel negative or to just get a rise out of me. Like, I don't know what it is about people trying to prove that I'm, like, off my rocker or crazy, when majority of the time I'm always calm. Like, I don't even halfway talk to nobody. So it's just like, you could, like, how I'm speaking right now, this is normally how I always talk unless I'm excited. Because when I'm excited, I do get loud. But this is how I mainly talk all day. Like, even sometimes when people be trying to holler at me, like, I be like, not today, nigga. Like, what? That's why people be thinking you don't care about them, because they be wanting a reaction. You like, sir, I'm not finna stress myself out about some shit that I can still handle if I be calm about it. You know, I've been doing a lot of like sacral chakra releasing. I realize I hold a lot of grief. Like, I've been noticing why I feel like I have gained weight, and this is why people, I think, attack my sacral chakra the most. I do hold a lot of, like, I think, my grievances in life within my stomach, because my stomach has a lot to do with your life force. It's like how you move forward. You know, your sacral, your solar, your sacral chakra is all about your life force, your passion for things. Your solar plexus is about your will and your determination to get things done. And it's like, when they have not been properly cleansed, like, and sometimes it means eating differently, but also really healing that space, healing that area, you'll notice like one of the main reasons why I feel like I genuinely don't get sick for real is because I've learned to try to let shit go. I said, I think I've gained the most weight that I've gained in my life because I really held on to a lot of things that happened to me over the course of the past few years, especially when it came to my personal relationships with my friends, family, as well as my romantic relationships. And I feel like that's what it's like. I think I ate my emotions away. And I've been really, it's like trying to heal your relationship with food, where it's like, you like, this is good, but I don't need this much. Like, we stress eat, we trauma eat. Like, sometimes we don't always trauma bond with people people, we trauma bond with things, situations. Sometimes people trauma bond with drugs. Sometimes people trauma bond with food, alcohol, porn. Like, you trauma bonding is not just from one person to the next. It's what you choose to be an outlet of. So I rather trauma bond with the gym. Like, change the narrative of what that looks like. But the art of learning to really let go has truly been helping. I also, too, I am very strong on that quote I have for myself this year. I said, I refuse to allow other people's actions to be my responsibility. I will not be held responsible for the actions of men. Like, and I meant that anything that has to do with like relationships, masculines, it's just like I said, a lot of people be choosing what they want to choose. I said, I refuse to be held responsible for anybody else's choices. People may notice, like, this is a real, like, I've been trying to like really, I'm not gatekeeping. I may not tell y'all everything, but I said this is a really good year. That if you are on the really good side of karma, this is a really good year. Like, get your shit together. Like, this is a real good start over you. Like, this is that year where it's like, if you need help getting shit did, you'll get the help. Some people don't want you to get help, but it's like, it's not about them. Because it's like the same thing that they want for you, it'll start happening for them. And you start to watch it in real time. It's like, stop that. Are y'all flag girls? Wow, these children are really growing up. I remember they are, oh, wow, that is so crazy. I remember when these kids was like, what? And like, they flag girls. That's crazy. I be feeling old as fuck. The only thing I've been noticing that's really been holding me back is how I look at stuff. Like, I really had to break that shit down for myself. Like, and it really allowed me to heal. I said, you still holding on to something that you said you let go of. And it's just like, you be like, you holding yourself back. I had to realize that. I said, I still like, I may not have been physically holding on to my ex, but it's like I was still holding on to like things that happened within that situation. And I'm like, this person is not around me. You keep giving like, it really got deep for me. It's like, I said, I keep trying to manifest certain things for myself, but it's like this person is still somewhat in my energy, in my mind. I was like, you gotta release that. You have to clear that. It's like, it's it's really, it's on a deeper level. Certain intentions or certain energy that you put your intentions into, if it's still connected to something that want to hold you back, that has some part of your intentions, you have to learn to let go. The art of letting go. Like, I have learned that I can still care for people but let them go. It's like, I can't focus on nothing that you got going on. This is what, like, this is why I ended up doing like some of like my artistic expression. I said, this is my way of finally releasing this, a little fiction, like a little fiction, but mostly truth, and just going on about my damn day. I said, I have learned how to alchemize my emotions without being so like, Like, this is how I've always been in life. Like, majority of the time, I feel like if I didn't tell people what really happened to me, nobody would ever know. People probably just think that my life is just peachy because sometimes a bitch just, I don't know. I really learned how to just not mask my emotions, but just not have to when it's not needed to express. I didn't have to. I feel like over the past few years, this is the most vocal I think I have ever been in my life. You know, people people be want to be like, "Oh, you ain't as good to shoot." I never really said that I was. I still don't be partaking in certain things cuz I just don't want to. It's just not appealing to me. Like, pulling back from people really allowed me to find myself. Like, it wasn't easy cutting off friends because nobody wants to choose to just be by themselves. But it's like I took time to really analyze my friendships and why was I around people. I noticed that certain people only like really fool with me because they were friends, like because they fool with someone else that I was friends with. And it's like once that person stopped being friends with me, they stopped fucking with me too. And I was like, that's cool. Like, life is very like from where I've lived, like life is a little bit cliquish. That's why I just be fooling around by myself. Because I'm not gonna be fake. It's like if I don't fuck with you, it's like I would tell you like, yeah, I'm still cool with this person because but it's like if folks is like talking like they not talking to me, I don't like that shit. Or if you acting like you not talking to that person, like I got certain friends that wonder why we really fell out. And I said the real reason why we fell out is because I don't like you lying to me. Like, I really take that very seriously because I feel like I said, they let me know you probably be talking about me behind my back. Because it's like, why would you tell me that you're not talking to this person, but you actually talking to this person? And this is a masculine that did this. Like, I'm like, why you telling me you don't talk to that person when I talked to that person said that they talked to you. So it's like, I stopped being friends with both of them. Because I was like, I ain't finna be in the middle of this. I said, y'all act like y'all not talking to each other, but y'all talking to each other. Get out my face. Why y'all lying? Because people be trying to see if you gonna talk about them to that person so they can go back and tell. I was like, that's messy as fuck. I don't play like that. If what I got to say to one person, I say to the person to their face. I don't like that shit. And I stand on business on that shit. And then people don't even be knowing that certain people don't even fucking fuck with you like that. So they just be wanting to like just be around and get the tea, and you be like, no. You be like, you be like, there is a masculine energy that I was friends with. It was like I was like we had two friends that did that shit, a female and a man, and I'm like I just end up cutting off everybody. I cut off the friend, I cut off the girl, I cut off the nigga, and I cut off my best friend. I was like, I'm not finna fuck with none of y'all because I said all of y'all just it's like that shit just got to be too fucking messy. You realize that some people be jealous of how your friendship be with other people, so they got try to fuck that shit up. I don't like that shit. And the thing about it is like the way how I move, it's like I'll tell you one time and that's just gonna be it. Then you'll have your exes that be friends with people that you know, or they'll talk shit about you to the folks that you know, and folks will think you such a terrible person. And the fact that don't nobody else fuck with you, people all just decide like, yeah, I'ma just think like that. But it's like I have my different reasons why. It's just like, you know how some shit already be adding up, and you like be keeping, like, you be like, I already been thinking about like dismissing myself from the situation to begin with. And then people just do something else, you be like, yep, that's it. I'm through.